Hello everybody, welcome to Sunday service. How are we all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may all be watching me from. Let me know in the comments where you're joining today. Give me a like, give me a love, give me a share. It is Sunday and it is my name day, so happy name day to me and all the other Antonellas and Antonios and Antonias out there. So buon onastico a tutti. So yes, it's officially my name day today. It's always June the 13th and Mum bought me some beautiful flowers. So it's happy name day to all us Antonellas, Antonios, Antonettas, Antonias. Just happy name day. How are we all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're maybe you'll be watching me from. Sharon Richards says, hello, I'm in Australia. Carrie Gill says, good morning and good afternoon. And Lisa says, good afternoon, lovely lady. Hello, everybody, and thank you for jumping on today's Sunday service. Are we all well? Marissa, buona domenica a tu. Vicky Campbell, thank you for joining. Lindsay and Tyler are watching. Hello there, both of you in Wales. Now, we were set to have an absolute scorcher of a day here. It was supposed to be 27 degrees in that there Aslingden. It's warm, but there's no sunshine. The sun has not got his hat on. It's extremely cloudy. But that's not going to stop us doing today's Sunday service. Any advice I give on today's show is purely for entertainment purposes. Also, if anybody comments on your comment with gift winner, you've won a prize giveaway, it's a scam, don't fall for it. So hello there, we are about to start today's Sunday service. Delighted with the news that Christian Eriksen is in hospital and he is stable, so I'm praying and sending love out to everybody in Denmark and everybody around the world, along with myself, who are sending him nothing but love, positive light, and hoping he makes a full and swift recovery. And I also want to say good luck to England this afternoon, who play Croatia. Good luck, come on England, you can do it. Because we did the other night, Italy beat Turkey 3-0. So, shall we get going with the first Sunday service? I think we should. Dear Antonelli, anonymous please, just once again let you all know that anybody who writes into the page is always anonymous. Okay. I am 3 months pregnant. I don't think I could stand having an abortion. Oh dear. And I can't tell my parents because they'd kill me. My boyfriend has dumped me and said it's my problem, not his. I've nobody to turn to. What can I do? Sweetheart. Okay, so let's not concentrate too much on the boyfriend for now. And you're saying that you can't tell your parents because they would kill you. I think that's what we all assume and maybe believe, that if we were to bring an unwanted pregnancy home, that our parents would kill us. It's about the way that you deliver this message, and I think you need to deliver it sooner rather than later. I think you need to sit Mum down, and I think you need to say to Mum, Mum, I've got something to tell you. I know you're going to be really disappointed because I'm really disappointed, but I've got nobody to turn to. I'm so frightened to tell you this because I know you're going to kill me. Now, we do say these words, I am sure to God she's not sat somewhere then thinking, I'm going to plot your murder. So, but I'm expecting. I've told the dad, he doesn't want to know, and I don't know what to do. Please help. All you can do is tell Mum sooner rather than later. Now, if you're telling me that you really can't tell your mum, really can't tell your parents, you need to tell another responsible adult, because what you need at the moment is not just advice but support. We need to make sure that you're okay in this pregnancy, that you get tested, you get checked out, and that you have ongoing support in order to have a healthy pregnancy and to keep yourself as healthy as possible. So please, 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 when we start with telling people things that we know they're going to be disappointed, highlighting that fact and saying, I know that this is going to be a great disappointment to you because I'm also disappointed, but I'm also scared. I'm scared you're going to kill me, and I'm scared in the situation that I am. please help me. The sooner you do it, the better, because the anxiety you must have at the moment will not be doing you or the baby any good. So I wish you the best of luck with that, sweetheart. Dear Auntie Nelly, I found out my dad has cheated again. Oh heck. This time though, oh shit. This time with my sister-in-law, which means that also my other, which also means my sister-in-law has cheated on my brother. Oh, I really do love my dad to bits, and I don't get on with my mum. I just don't know whether to tell her about him cheating because I am scared that they'll split up and my dad will move out. And also my brother finding out. I care about him loads too. I'm also scared my mum won't believe me. I just don't know what to do and I need help as I am worrying about it and it's making me ill. So, Anonymous Flower Pot has found out that Dad is once again cheating on Mum, but this time with brother's wife. And this poor child, don't know who you are, it's anonymous, don't know how old you are, knows about it, has found out about it and doesn't know what to do. This is what you do. You go to your dad. You said you get on really well with your dad, you don't, your mum, and you know, you really love your dad to bits and you'd hate the fact of breaking up him and your mum because he may have to move out and you don't want to bring trouble to your brother's doorstep to upset him. Go to your dad and say, listen Dad, I know that you're having an affair with my sister-in-law, your daughter-in-law, and it's making me feel really uncomfortable. I absolutely adore you. I know it's not the first time you've cheated on Mum, but what are we going to do about it? And the reason I say what are we going to do about it, because I love you, Dad, and I want to support you, and I want us to still have a relationship, but I don't feel comfortable about knowing that you're cheating again, but not just on anybody, with my sister-in-law, who is your daughter-in-law. That's your son's wife. So I think just going to him, going to the source of the problem and telling him exactly how that is making you feel, how uncomfortable you feel about it, how much it's upsetting you, and the fact that you're not sleeping and it's making you ill, you're putting then that into his lap and he needs to then deal with that. It's not for you to go to Mum, it's not for you to go to your brother, unless Dad decides he's not going to. And you could give him an ultimatum and say, look, as much as I don't get on with my mum, you know, and I don't want you to leave the family home, I can no longer live with the information that I've got, therefore I'm going to have to tell Mum. I'd prefer it if you did before I did. He may turn around and say, look, the affair's no longer going on, it was a stupid thing, and then talk about it with Dad. And also point out to Dad that this isn't the first time he's cheated on Mum. If he's not happy, why doesn't he just leave? Oh, can you imagine having an affair with your daughter-in-law? That's your son's wife. And I think when your kids bring home the partners, they kind of become your kids. So it's a massive, cheating's a massive no-no, but that is even more a massive no-no. And not that, I mean, your poor brother then is living, you know, a complete lie. His wife's cheating on him with her father-in-law. Has she cheated before? Will she cheat again? It's going to open up a load of worms here, can of worms, but I think approach Dad. Approach Dad and tell him what you know. Tell him how it's making you feel and where do you go from here. At the end of the day, the ball's got to be in his court. You know, you could go and tell Mum, like you say, you don't have a brilliant relationship with Mum. She may not believe you, but, you know, if it's not the first time, maybe she will. I think you just want to maybe have a really happy family and you don't want to cause any upset, you don't want Dad to be thrown out. I think that's where your turmoil's coming from, but I think you've got to be honest and tell your Dad. Okay, dear Auntie Nelly, I met a man at work and we instantly got on really well. We really enjoy each other's company and there's definitely mutual attraction. Oh, but he's married with children. It seems that it's going to end horribly, but his friendship has made me feel so happy that I couldn't ever forgive myself if I hurt his marriage, and I'm scared I'm going to be the one that's hurt if we continue to work together and spend time outside of work together? Do you have any advice for keeping our friendship safe? This would be much appreciated, thanks. Okay, so you've met a guy at work, he's married with kids, you've got him right well, you're right friendly, really nice, but your feelings should not turn any different from friendship, because immediately you know he's married with kids, so you have not got to allow yourself to have a mutual attraction. We can have mutual attractions to people in life that we think are really good friends, soulmates, but not to people who are married. He doesn't belong to you. He will never belong to you. He's got children. If he's not happy in his marriage and he wants a side dish, let him go and do that. But don't be that side dish. Do not let him feed off your plate. You're too good for that. And you're right, somebody is going to get hurt here and it is going to end horribly. And usually the person that gets hurt the most is the third party, and that's you. So you really need to take a step back from this friendship. The advice I would give you is there's no harm in being friends with anybody of the opposite sex, regardless of whether they're married or not. But you keep it as friends, such as like, morning, how are you? What did you do this weekend? You do not spend time outside of work with a married man unless you are friends also with his wife and his children. Because to me, that's cheating. That's doing something behind his wife's back. And that doesn't sit comfortable with me. And it shouldn't with you either. So next time you see him, just say, listen, don't feel comfortable seeing you outside the workplace. At the end of the day, you're married with kids. As much as I like you, I think you're a cracking lad. I just want to keep this as a work friendship because I know that it can't go anywhere else. You know that it can't go anywhere else. So let's just be mates at work. And once you stop seeing each other on the outside, then you are keeping the friendship safe, because then it's just within working hours. It's the odd passing. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. Did you watch that Netflix? Did you do this? What you having for your dinner? And because you're at work to get paid to do a job, concentrate more on your job than having chats as friends, and eventually it'll peter out and it'll go back into the safe zone. Because I think at the moment, you're on the verge of crossing that line. And like I said, if he is not happy in his marriage, let him go and sort that. You don't need to get involved with that. Oh, dear Auntie Nellie, my husband and I are having real problems in our relationship. I have put on a lot of weight and I don't feel very attractive. My husband tells me I look okay and that he is happy with the way I look, but I see him looking at skinny women in a way that he does not look at me. So now I feel that he is really not happy with the way I look and has just said it to make me feel better. But he says that it's me, I'm imagining it. He doesn't look at skinny women. Please help, I feel I am not coping with this at the moment and don't know what to do. We argue all the time about it and it's making things worse. Thanks. When you said, please help, I don't know what to do, what do you actually want to do? Because the only person that can do something about this is you. Writing into my page ain't going to change things. Arguing with your husband on a daily basis that he may have averted his eyes to a female down freezer aisle at Tesco, other supermarkets are available, is not going to change things. The only thing we can change here is you and your mindset. If you've put on a lot of weight recently and you're not happy and you don't feel comfortable, you feel unhealthy, it's took a knock on your self-esteem and it's took a knock on your confidence, then what are you going to do about it? Because your husband can't do it, the skinny girls that he's looking at can't do it, and I can't fucking do it. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to go and see your GP and explain that you've banged on a load of weight and it's not making you feel good and see what the advice? Are you going to cut down on your portion sizes? Are you going to start exercising? Are you going to start by stopping scolding your husband because you feel so down and shit about yourself? And this is what I find with people with a very low self-esteem and lack of self-confidence. they tend to blame the partners. We always hurt the one we love. They tend to blame the partner because they think, well, I know I'm not good enough, so he will know I'm not good enough. And the minute someone comes along who looks good enough, he's going to leave me. Therefore, your excuse then would be, well, he left me because I put weight on. He left me because we were arguing all the time. These are just excuses, and excuses do not make a change in anybody's life. So stop with the excuses and tell me what you're going to do, because it's for nobody else to change your mindset, change your life. And it's not about one day, it's about day one. Today is day one. If you're watching it now, start making better choices now. Eat healthily, eat less, move more. And I don't think for one moment you should be scolding your husband when he says you look absolutely fine. I am sure to God you need to have the conversation of, whoa, do you know what? I am so sorry that I have been arguing with you. You're absolutely right. I do look fine, but I know that I can be better because I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel healthy. I'm going to try living a bit of a healthier life, get a few pounds off so I feel more healthy. Once we're all on the same page, then he's going to start saying, hey, you know, you're looking good today, sweetheart. And the attention's going to come back on you. If he has ever said to you, oh, you're looking really good, and you've gone, well, you know I'm not looking good, am I? Look at me, I put loads of weight on. He's going to then stop complimenting you because he doesn't want to fall into an argument. So when you write in and say, what can I do? That's what you can do. And there's only you that can fucking do it. End of. And I know it sounds a bit brutal and I know it sounds a bit harsh, but sometimes we need that kick up the arse to see it from a different perspective. I'm not emotionally attached to you, so I can say that. I can see the whole picture. And this is a safe place on my page to come and get some positivity, but also some honesty in where we go from here, because this is a recipe for disaster. So please, 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 if you're not happy with the way you look, any of us, then the only person that can change that is us. It's not a fancy car, a new settee, a night out on Saturday night, a brand new partner, sweeping through Tinder. It's us. We need to make those changes in order for our choices that we're making to bring us happiness. Happiness is inside. You're already in your happy place. It doesn't come with fancy cars and 5-star holidays and brand new jobs and big bank accounts. Here is your happiness. Do something now. Now, the time is now. We haven't got tomorrow, have we? It's not promised to nobody. So make it now. And I'm really passionate about that. And the reason I'm really passionate about that is because when I was bedbound at 22.5 stone and I couldn't even move much, my mobility was limited and I couldn't even walk to the bathroom, we were getting out of breath and having to stop 10 steps. Do you know why? Because I was blaming, well, I'm on such a high dose of steroids, or I'm on such a lot of medication and the side effects, or I've got excuses. I made excuse after excuse after excuse, and it weren't the excuses that were keeping me bedbound, it was me. So I know that the only person that can change it is you, because I was the only person that could change it for me. So please, please, please believe me when I tell you that, because I've been there. I'm still that person and I'm still making those changes. It's not an easy road, but believe me, it's a worthwhile one. Dear Auntie Nelly, I am a 64-year-old woman. Am I the oldest flower pot? Oh, I don't know. Possibly, I'd like to say no, but who knows? Anyway, I have been seeing a boy, who just turned 19. He started doing a few odd jobs for me in the house and things just went from there. I'm starting to feel very guilty and it doesn't feel right. But he is so wonderful and I know that I'm starting to fall in love with him. I think he loves me too, but it's against every traditional norm. And if any of my friends were to find out that I have been with him, they will think I'm insane and crazy. and they will all stop talking to me. Can you please help me before this goes too far? Well, I mean, if you've already slept with him, I think you've already gone a bit far, haven't you? What I'm not appreciating is, anyway, I have been seeing a boy who just turned 19. He's not a boy, he is a man, a very young man, but he's not a boy. And I think the way we speak about things, our conversations, our love language, our language in general, sometimes ties us up into these social norms. So you're calling him a boy, you see him as a boy, and therefore the guilt has crept in. If you start seeing him as a young man who is in a kind of behind the front door relationship with you, you won't feel as guilty. So I don't want you to concentrate on the age too much, but I want you to concentrate on the fact that you think he's a boy when he's a man, okay? But he is only 19, you're 64. You're not going to be on the same page, you won't have the same likes, you won't have the same interests. I have absolutely no desire to tell you that you're doing something wrong by sleeping with somebody at 19. I would question his motives, because he came into your home as an odd job man. Has he seen something that we don't know about and he thinks he's going to get his bread buttered? I would question his motives. As for you falling in love with him, well, unfortunately, that's what happens when we start sleeping with people. We do sometimes catch feelings. Fingers crossed you've not caught chlamydia. But we do sometimes catch feelings. But you're 64 and he's 19. Where's this relationship going to go? I really would say to him, listen, not feeling good about this relationship. It's nothing to do with what society thinks. It's what I think and what I feel. Now, our gut, I always say, is our red flag. And if your gut is talking to you by giving you an uneasy feeling, you should always trust it. It's a massive red flag here for me that a 19-year-old man is wanting to have a sexual relationship with a 64-year-old woman. Why? I'm not saying it doesn't happen and it can't happen and that it shouldn't happen, but I'm saying why. And number three, absolutely your friends are going to turn their face and their noses up. The grandsons are probably that age and they're going to be making the jokes of, oh, I would ask my grandson Brian, but he's not safe with you. Everybody had an opinion of Dorian on Three Birds and a Feather, birds of a feather. You know what I mean? The older woman who always liked the young boys. I understand where you're getting the feelings of what your friends are thinking, but don't think about that. Don't think of this boy as this man as a boy. Don't think about what your friends are going to think if you get found out. Think about what you want. What do you want from this relationship? Because believe me, he's not going to be able to tick the boxes. He's not going to be able to cross the T's and dot the I's. He's 19. 19. He's not going to want to, you know, relax and take things easy and go for little walks and talk about who were in number one in the 1960s, because he won't even fucking born. So, you know, you're probably not on the same page. There's going to be a lot of different likes and interests between you. Don't think it's a good one. I think just tell him straight and say, listen, this relationship, we're never going to be anything but sex. We've had a nice time, but I'm catching feelings for you, so it's best we don't see each other again. And leave it at that. But I will honestly say, if you've not thought about your gut, and I really do trust my gut feelings really do kick in when my heart's ruling my head or whatever, and my gut is my red flag and it's never wrong. So if something doesn't sit right with you, then it's not right. I couldn't sleep with anybody at 19 and I'm 47. I'm not. You're questioning it because you know it's not right for you. It's all right for others if that's how they want to fucking crack on, but if it's not right for you, don't do it. Oh. Hello, Auntie Nellie. Hello, Anonymous Flower Pot. I am pregnant at 31. Congratulations. I'm pregnant with my boyfriend's baby. He is 60. Oh, we've got to the way. The pregnancy was not planned initially. He wanted me to have it terminated, but I couldn't do this and was so pleased when he said, okay, we can keep the baby. He also said he wanted to see the baby. He is hoping our relationship and baby will stay a secret. He is single but has 2 daughters aged 34 and 39. And yes, they are older than me. He doesn't want them to know because he doesn't want to upset them or embarrass them. I do understand this. But he says that means that he won't even be able to have his name on the birth certificate. It also means we can never go out together outside of the home as his daughters live locally and he doesn't want to be seen. Do I have the right to be upset that my baby has to be a secret? Or do you think circumstances being taken into account, this is a reasonable request he has made? It is absolutely not reasonable. You have a boyfriend, you're 31, he's 60, you're in a relationship, you got pregnant, he tried to get you to have an abortion and then you said, no, I can't have an abortion, it doesn't sit right with me. All right then, we'll keep the baby and I'll come and see it. What the fuck? Hang on a minute, I'd have been questioning my relationship with him at the beginning when I got pregnant in like, why does he want me to have it terminated? The reason he wanted you to terminate the baby was because he wants to keep you a secret. Now he's going to want to be keeping double secrets, you and the baby. Yeah, you are younger than his daughters, but you're not allowed out in public with your partner and your baby, just in case you bump into his fucking daughters who don't know anything about you. Are you right to be upset? Absolutely. I know you're expecting and emotions are all over the place and we don't think rationally. I'm certainly not doing it at the minute. I'm very, very hot and I'm having another menopausal moment. Why does this happen every time I go live? But why would he be embarrassed? Do you know what? Fuck him off. You ain't nobody's fucking secret. You weren't born to be put on God's green earth to be kept behind a fucking, yet 95% it's Barocca. It sure is Barocca. I am on Barocca. You weren't put on God's green earth to be hid behind a fucking front door. No. So this is what you say to him. Right, Flower, I've had a word with the Auntie Nelly and she said that this relationship has to end. However, your name will be going on the birth certificate and if you've got fucking problems with that, we'll do a DNA test. I ain't gonna run to your daughters and tell them that I'm having a baby. I think that should be your job. But also in the same breath, I'll give you till the end of the pregnancy to tell your daughters because I think my child has every right to know who her father is and her sisters. I'd want to know, would you not? Would you not want to know if you had a sibling in this world? Absolutely. But I certainly wouldn't want to know any of his sorries or any of his excuses. He wants to keep you a secret because he wants to play the big, I am the happy daddy, 60-year-old, he's got 2 gorgeous daughters. What about his partner and his new baby that's coming? Absolutely not. I would not give him shit. I won't give him shit. I won't give him steam off my shit or steam off my fucking glasses. Off your foot, Flower, but you are going up birth certificate. You are. And your daughters will find out they've got a sibling. They will. And you will pay towards the upkeep of our child. Because if you want to keep me and my baby a secret, what else are you going to keep a fucking secret? I don't want a man in my child's life, let's get it right now, that you will only see in the lounge on a Sunday afternoon. You won't come to any play parks, nurseries, Christmas nativity plays, birthday parties, because it might interrupt your real life. Fuck that. I'm having the child, you're going up birth certificate, siblings will find out, and you will be tipping your wage up and paying towards the keep of that. Whatever you've got a secret, you crack on, but I'm not keeping this a secret no more. I have no shame. I was in a loving relationship with you. I got pregnant. I'm going ahead with it. There's thousands of single mothers in the world. There has been before me. There will be after me. Off you fuck. So I don't think you're being unreasonable is what you asked me. Have you a right to be upset about it? Absolutely, because I am. Because I think it's absolutely disgusting behaviour and you should not accept that. Do not accept anything that makes you feel less than. Anybody that makes you feel less than is not somebody to have in your life. Anybody that wants to keep you a secret, why? Who's going to find out? And if they were to find out, what would it do? Yeah, his two daughters might not like the fact that he's got a 31-year-old chick and one's 39 and one's 38. But fucking hell, that's the world we're living today. It's, you know, that's how it is. That's how it is, you know. But they've every right to know they're going to have a sibling. And your child has every right to know that it has siblings. End of. You've got nothing to be ashamed, embarrassed about. You crack on, sweetheart, and good luck with your pregnancy. Dear Auntie Nellie, I want our child to go on seeing his father and grandparents as we are getting divorced and my partner has moved in with, no, right. I want our child to keep seeing his father and grandparents. His father has moved in with the parents as we are getting divorced. But I've had arguments in the past with them all because they all smoke like chimneys. Chimneys. It always reminds me of a Tim Burton scene, the chimneys smoking like the beginning of Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Okay, so they all smoke like chimneys. Also, when my son does anything, his grandparents always shout at him and smack him. Oh, heck. Oh, my little boy is quite boisterous and curious. I've explained we don't smack and I'd like them to not smoke when he's with them, but they say we'll do what we want in our house. Is there anything I can do? Yeah? Stop your child going to their house then. If when your child is going somewhere and they have to abide to those rules, which are not things that are going to instill good manners on your child, such as smoking, shouting, swearing, smacking, then your child doesn't go because you're putting your child at risk. You're putting your child at risk from secondhand smoking, you're putting your child at risk from verbal abuse, and you're putting your child at risk from physical abuse. So you no longer send your son. If your ex-partner wants to carry on seeing your son, then he comes and does it at your house where it's your fucking rules. You've no problem with nipping out for 2 hours and going getting your hair done, going for a walk, going to the shop. But it's certainly not going seeing your ex and his parents, because if that's their rules, you have every right to say, well, my rule is that he no longer comes. And if you want to see him, pop round Sunday at 2 o'clock and you can have a couple of hours with him. If you want to smoke while you're in my home, there's the garden, there's the front door. There is no smoking in the house. We don't shout and we certainly don't smack. If he has a problem with that, go and see a solicitor. Get it put into writing, because you have every right to not send your child into an environment that's not deemed safe for them. So that's what you do. That's what you do. You don't fucking send them. When he's in our house, he'll stick by our rules. What do they want him to do? Fucking spark up a fucking fag and start swearing and battering everybody? Fucking idiots. Dear Auntie Nellie, I am divorced and I am seeing someone new. And now he wants me to tell my children about us. Oh, we met 6 months ago and we really do think this is it. This is it. Ooh, but I'm not sure. Oh, heck. It's not that I don't want to be with him or I don't think we're going to last. It's just that my kids have had so many disappointments in their lives. I'd hate to get their hopes up again until we're more sure for our future. Okay. This is something that I feel very strongly about, and I make no bones about it when I say, why are we introducing our kids to people we're fucking? It's not necessary. We can keep our personal life personal. You've only been with this fella 6 months. 6 months? I've had fucking bigger shits than that. I've got fucking high heels upstairs that are longer than 6 months. 6 months is not enough time to date somebody, get to know them, and know that you want to spend the rest of your bastard life with them. 6 months is nothing. Can you remember January? Because I can. That was 6 months ago, and it only seemed like yesterday, didn't it, when we were all crying because we'd not seen our families because we thought we were coming home for Christmas and they didn't. 6 months is no time to decide that you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody. 6 months is no time to introduce a stranger to your children. When we do start introducing new partners to our children, we do it in little spells of, we may go to a park and that person may turn up and say, oh, this is my friend. and he can just sit down and watch the children, have a chat with you. We don't move them in. We don't start having big fuck-off family dinners. We don't start having sleepovers. We integrate that person. We ask the kids, what did you think of my friend today? He's a nice man, isn't he? Well, actually, no, Mum, he's a bit of a dick. Or, yeah, he seemed all right, Mum. Yeah, he was good fun. He played football. We don't rush to bring people into our children's lives and then our children get invested in a father figure or a mother figure to be once again hurt and disappointed. What is it teaching our children? What are you teaching your son or your daughter in relationships? You're teaching them that there's a fucking revolving door. It's not good enough. 6 months, you're absolutely right not to rush. And if your partner doesn't understand that, he's not putting your needs or the needs of your children first. If he's not willing to do it now, he's not going to do it when you're together. So fuck him off. He either understands it or it's hashtag bye Felicia. God, we've done well for time. That's been today's Sunday service. Have you enjoyed it as much as I have? I certainly have. I'm going to finish my glass of Barocca now and calm the fuck down. That was a really, really good Sunday service. If you've got anything for Sunday service, then please keep writing into the page. Or if you've got any nighttime in Ellie's, please keep writing into the page. If you have any review requests, please keep writing into the page. Apart from that, that's been Sunday service. Whatever you do with your day, enjoy. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you've been watching me from. Give me that like, give me that love, give me that share. And if you haven't ticked follow, then what are you waiting for if you're a new viewer? If anybody comments on your comments with competition, gift, giveaway, winner, it's a scam. And any advice I've given on today's show has been for purely for entertainment purposes. Take care, flower pots, and I'll see you all very, very soon.